Governor Bush. I endorse 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 Governor Bush. By the way, I enthusiastically accept.
Finally, for the record, you have not lost your desire to be President of the United States, have you?
Certainly it's been put in deep cold storage.
But you haven't lost it.
Well, in 2004, I expect to be campaigning for the re-election of President George W. Bush, and by 2008, I think I might be ready.
You voted for Bush in 2000.
I voted for Bush in 2000 and 2004. And not only that, far more important than a vote, I campaigned everywhere in America for him. I enjoyed it. I campaigned with him. I did everything I could to get him elected and re-elected president. The fact is that I have agreed with President Bush far more than I have disagreed. And on the transcendent issues, the most important issues of our day, I have been totally in agreement and support of President Bush. So have we had some disagreements on some issues, particularly domestic issues? Yes, but I will argue my conservative record voting with anyone's, and I will also submit that my support for President Bush has been active and very impassioned on issues that are important to the American people. And I'm particularly talking about the war on terror, the war in Iraq, national security, national defense, support of men and women in the military, physical discipline, a number of other issues. So I strongly disagree with any assertion that I've been more at odds with the President of the United States than I've been in agreement.
No one knows better than McCain how to spit on their taboos as they thought he'd never did.
We should be able to deliver bottled hot water to dehydrated babies.
Neither. I am a illiterate that has to rely on my wife for all of the assistance that I can.
The ability to own our own home. Now, I am not an expert on Wall Street. I am not an expert on some of the stuff. I've studied carefully this latest proposal by the Secretary of the Treasury. Now, as far as putting additional money in American taxpayers' pocket, that's fine, because a lot of this is psychological. A lot of it's psychological, because I believe the fundamentals of our economy is still strong.
It's unacceptable, and I got to give you some straight talk, my friends. It's a tough war we're in. It's not going to be over right away. There's going to be other wars. I'm sorry to tell you, there's going to be other wars. We will never surrender, but there will be other wars. And right now, we're going to have a lot of PTSD to treat, my friends. We're going to have a lot of combat wounds that have to do with these terrible explosive IEDs that inflict such severe wounds. And my friends, it's going to be tough. We're going to have a lot to do.
Than McCain, how to care for number one, how to take and never give. No one knew better than McCain that when all is said and done, that's the only way to live. No one knew better than McCain just how angry you can be when they cage you in with laws. No one knew better than McCain that a man who thinks he's free knocks his head against the wall. No one knew better than McCain just how bitter it would be to be beaten after all.
Actually, if I grab one of those, that would be perfect. I think those on go. Thank you.
No one knew better than McCain. They're the ones who fixed the game. They're the ones
President, I
who
agree on
slowed
most
it
issues. There was a
down.
recent study that showed that I voted with the president over 90% of the time, higher than a lot of my even Republican colleagues.
No one knew better than McCain. the same, and they made him pay the price.
That I'm running for President Bush's third term.